this election has no use to begin with. Unless you are able to, as I said before, unless you are able to clear our slate, political slate, that the corrupt people don't come up from the election. If the same corrupt people comes as a candidate and same corrupt people get elected, then what's the point? They have made Prime Minister Prachanda, right? He is the 30. He got how many seats he got? Only 32 seats in the parliament, and this guy, his party does not believe in democracy. This party killed 17,000 people. This party destroyed our economy, killed so many school teachers, and then they desecrated our temples. And you still want to make this 32 seat, the Prachanda, the terrorist, as the prime minister. It's done by both Oli and the Dioba, right? Is that democracy? Is that public wish?
Dr. Tilak Bahadur Shrestha, sir, welcome to the Gorkha Spirit.
Hello, Sabala, Namaste, Namaskar, Jodlapa, Tashi Delik, Sobaro, and all that.
Do you think the government promised to make successful the elections in some few months later? So, what's your opinion about this election?
In my opinion, this election has no use to begin with. Unless you are able to, as I said before, unless you are able to clear our slate, political slate, that the corrupt people don't come up from the election. If the same corrupt people comes as a candidate and same corrupt people get elected, then what's the point? So that's number one. Number two, this government of Sammaniya Karki is not for election. She's been there as a government to take care of the corruption, not to do election. The Janji Andolan, or for that matter Nepalese demand is not to have election 2 years earlier. No. It is about cleaning the corruption. So in my opinion, the election is a very, very secondary, tertiary case also. Now, in my opinion, this is now the case is in the court pending, that this government is not constitutional, and getting rid of our parliament is also unconstitutional. So if the court decides that both actions are not constitutional, then what are you going to do, right? So now I have to point out one issue. That is, in general, in normal democratic system, the people go through elect, and they will elect their representative, that's a parliament, and then parliament will elect the government. That's a standard practice, and we should abide by that. But if it does not work properly, if the elected people are all corrupt, then what? That question will come. For example, I will provide you two arguments. Number one, in that case, so there is a provision not in our constitution but in the jurisprudence, so-called what's it called, a doctrine of necessity, that when things does not go properly, then the doctrine of necessity kicks in, and so that army should come up and take care of the problem. So that's called but it is not a part of constitution, but it's part of the jurisprudence. It's a separate issue. Now the same thing over the same thing again. So why we have to do like this, right? And so, in my opinion, the election should wait, take care of the corruption first, and only then you have the one. Now, as far as election about the constitutional concern, I will provide you two arguments against. Number one, remember that in July 2015, there was a public poll taken on the draft constitution, and that was collected, but it was not opened. That means the two things. First, to hide people's opinion on democracy is treason, it's a Rashtraghat. And all the people who did that, all concerned, they are all traitors against Nepalese people, against democracy. Also, because it is not ratified or anmodan by the people, this constitution is not valid, right? So you cannot talk about invalid constitution to say that the current government is unconstitutional, right? Second one, if all the parties like a Congress and MLA, let me put it two of them, What they have done? They have made Prime Minister Prachanda, right? He is the 30. He got how many seats? He got only 32 seats in the parliament, and this guy, his party does not believe in democracy. This party killed 17,000 people. This party destroyed our economy, killed so many school teachers, and then they desecrated our temples. And you still want to make this 32 seat, the Prachanda, the terrorist, as the prime minister. It's done by both Oli and the Dioba, right? Is that democracy? Is that public wish? What's that? Is it public opinion? No. That is directly against the democratic system, right? Let me also point one more thing. Usually in a democracy, the biggest party will form the government and the second party will be on opposition. Now, what these guys are doing, first party and the second party both combined, they are running government. How come? This is against the democratic norm. So what I'm saying is, this constitution is not valid, and even then, these guys are not abiding by the basic principle of democracy. So, for the court to say that according to this invalid constitution, the formation of the government, our Tilak Bahadur government, is invalid, doesn't hold water. So then what they have to do? They have to jump into the doctrine of necessity and say that this is valid. Thank you.
She is not interested to punish the corrupted people, but she force on the elections. She is worried about the looted weapons as well. So, what's your opinion about that weapons?
Very simple. If she is not interested to serve justice to all the corrupt people, then she has no business being a prime minister, and she should quit immediately. The same principle happens to Mr. Ariel also, our home minister, right? Now, all the weapons being stolen from the police is issue, but that is not the main concern of the prime minister. That's a criminal case that will be taken care of police and army. It's not the personal job of the prime minister. She's not running around to find a weapon. That's not job. That is the job of the police and army, right? So she should not talk about that. She also should not talk about my job is only election. No, she is not there to take care of the election. No, that is the most nonsensical argument. She should not do that. So she should do, as I said before, serve justice to corrupt people, retain them, try them polygraph test. If she do that, then she will be known in our history as the Sushila Kaki, not Karki, Kaki, that's a national aunt. Thank you.
So, the weapons that looted from the police, APF, still is missing. So, is that weapons is really threat for the nation, for the election?
I don't know, exactly why, who stole that. Sometimes what happens, the criminal elements will grab them and sell in the black market, make some money, right? It may or it may not have political dimension to it. It may or it may not have those weapons being used in election or others. I don't know, but in either case, it's about police and army, not about the prime minister or not the prime minister. So the police and army may come out and say that we are not able to discover recoup all those lost weapons, and this is the real threat, and then therefore we can't have election at this moment. We have some more time. Those arguments are valid arguments, but I'm not in a position to evaluate them. So that will be evaluated by them, and they make a decision then, right? But again, let me put like this: the job of our Karki ji or our Honorable Karki ji is to take care of corruption, not the election, and not to worry about the weapons. They are worries about police and army, not her.
Thank you, sir, for joining with us.
Namaste, namaskar, Jodlapa, Tasi Deli, Shabaro, and all good stuff.